Making modals work for you. Answering questions with modal verbs. Hello, English learners. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of modal verbs. Specifically, we'll focus on a crucial aspect that can sometimes be tricky: using modal verbs when answering questions. By the end of this video, you'll have a firm grasp of how to use these verbs effectively and naturally in your everyday English conversations. Before we dive into the heart of today's topic, let's do a quick recap of modal verbs. Modals are special types of verbs that express necessity, ability, permission, or possibility. Common examples are can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must, and ought to. Now, when it comes to asking questions, modal verbs play a significant role. They help to modify the mood of the question. For example, when asking for permission, we can use may I or can I. Or, when asking about someone's ability, we might say, can you? Or, could you? But how do we answer questions that contain modal verbs? That's what we're about to explore. The key here is to understand the context of the question. 1. Positive answers. When giving positive answers to modal questions, you can simply repeat the modal verb in the answer. For example, can you swim? Yes, I can. 2. Negative answers. In negative answers, you will again use the modal verb followed by not. For instance, could you help me with this? Sorry, I could not. 3. Detailed answers. You may also give a more detailed response. For example, should we go to the park? Yes, we should. It's a beautiful day. The best way to master answering questions with modal verbs is through practice. Write down a list of questions that use different modal verbs and practice answering them both positively and negatively. Also, try to form detailed responses to get comfortable with using modals in longer sentences. And that wraps up our exploration of answering questions with modal verbs. Remember, practice is key in mastering this concept. By incorporating modal verbs into your everyday English conversations, you'll sound more natural and fluent in no time. Happy learning, and I'll see you in our next lesson.